Our special brand ambassador and expert who works one-on-one with our buyers. Here's where you jump in and get your toes, you dip your toes in the water and get started in Sevilla silver.
Wow.
Okay, not a mistake. $15.
That's like a clearance
and 98 cents, right?
Yeah.
And with 5 flex payments, it's $3.20. It'll be your first monthly payment. When you shop, we accept just about every major credit card, debit card, PayPal. I would say, you know what? It's not one pair. It's how many can I fit in my cart? Because Billy, this is, I have to keep reiterating. This is not silver tone. This is not costume jewelry. This is stamp 0.925. This is sterling silver. Even $19.95, I'd be blown away. $15, this is one of those opportunity buys.
There is no reason why every single woman that is watching this show, every guy that's watching this show and maybe channel surfing by looking for a gift for his wife, maybe a girlfriend, maybe for your son's girlfriend, and you don't know, he doesn't know how to shop for jewelry just yet, he doesn't know what's right. There's not a woman that, regardless of age, that would not love wearing this if she has pierced ears. And you know what? Why invest in costume jewelry when you can have fine jewelry at a fraction of the price?
But don't be fooled. You know, we've always said that. Sometimes we can be our own worst enemy. You think, oh, how in the world is that sterling silver? Did you see how beautifully made they are, too? You have your joint catch closure on here, so it's nice and sturdy. You don't have to worry about losing the backings. Let me show you, too. I want to take a quick measurement. Oh, Billy has my ruler on the other side.
Oh, sorry about that.
Sorry. Here we go. You're making me work, Bill. Okay, let me just share with you size-wise, because you would think for under $16, they were maybe 1/8 of an inch. No, these are over an inch. They're 1.5 inches in length, so about 13/16 in the diameter. And here's the great thing I love, too, about this type of shape. You know, I've shared this a million times. I think women of all ages will pretty much agree. A hoop earring is an absolute standard. Always fits the bill. What I love, because I have more of a rounded face, and it's not as easy to find in a hoop, is more of a little bit of an oblong or an oval shape, because it doesn't accentuate the roundness as much. That's just my opinion. So it's fun to have, you know, another little option like that. But boy, oh boy, we knew this, Billy. We are very busy right now. Oh, it's hard to go wrong, no surprise. And Sue just looks as classy and just beautiful and accessorized to the nines.
I want you to look at Sue's face. Sue has got more of an oval face, so these are just gonna complement her face. But for the gal that's constantly battling with maybe trying to create more of a square jawline, or trying to take her rounded face and look a little bit more elongated, maybe you're more of a petite gal and you wanna look a little taller, then you should wear things.
What are you trying to say, Bill?
You should wear things vertically. I mean, you know, it's really, it does such an amazing thing. Just look at her face straight on.
You're right.
And then just look at the way it's perfect, even with longer hair, how it just peeks out from underneath her hairline. You look great, Sue. You're welcome, gorgeous. And you know what, try these on if you're a gal that's never worn a hoop. Maybe you've always worn button earrings, or maybe a little gemstone stud, maybe a pearl earring. How can you go wrong?
Bill, you can't. I mean, and the beauty is, because it's sterling silver, they're ultra reflective. Do you see that from afar? Sue's a good 15 feet away or 10 feet away, maybe from our camera.
Perfect.
See, I mean, they do. They're the perfect length. They're the perfect size. They're sophisticated. If you have your ears pierced more than once, these are dynamite to wear on your first piercing, and then maybe wear a pair of little studs on the second pair. I always go back to when I go on vacation, okay? This would be my earring I take with me, because I'm one of those that want to make my traveling as easy as possible. Exactly. So I want that one earring that I can wear to the pool, that I can wear to the beach, that I can wear out to dinner, that I can go if I'm dancing and I'm dressed up. I want that one pair of earrings that I can sleep in. I want that earring that I never have to take off, and I'm done, and it always looks great. That's this earring right here. So don't be fooled. Again, $15.98 with 5 flex payments. Most people right now are ordering 2 or 3 pairs. Smart thing to do.
Listen, do it now. You've not seen this price point. I mean, I said this when we started the presentation. If this does not look like a clearance price, but these are brand new, and they have a snap lock closure. I took this off the display for a minute. I wanted to point something out to you. Okay, a really fine jewelry manufacturer, when they use a tubular earring like this, they will do what's called an end cap. That end cap keeps moisture from getting into the metal. Look at the solder marks, look at the hinge closure, look at the curvature to the post for comfort.
So it won't shift back and
Oh, it won't
forth.
shift, and then you just lock it. Sometimes this is referred to as a snap lock or camelback closure.
Billy, I can't believe that has a finished closure like that.
Everything,
For this price
yeah.
point. I mean, seriously, you normally, it would be completely open.
Or it would be a post and clutch.
Well, right, exactly.
And this is a more expensive, what's called a finding in jewelry to create. Look how nice, and I'll take the ruler again, even though Lynn's done it
Oh,
once.
now I should make you do it, baby.
Reach across.
Come on, Billy. It's over here.
I'll get up the table and climb across the table.
See, when you got up to walk and showcase the look on Sue, you had it all there.
I'm sorry. I'll leave it right here in the middle.
Okay, really?
I will.
All right.
November the 18th.
Okay, January 11th. Oh, my.
I was giving a good friend of mine a lesson on memory skills, and you have to say something and use it in a sentence to remember
Wait,
it.
you're giving someone?
I was.
Oh, can you help me?
I just did.
So I have to use the name?
I was with Lynn on November the 18th, and we celebrated her birthday at, I don't know, Poncho's, whatever the name of the restaurant would be. And then you remember it.
Why would I remember that?
Because what it does is it gives you a memory peg to the event, and the event reminds you of what date it was.
So then you'd be like, oh, that's her birthday too.
That's exactly right. It's a memory skill thing.
Very good.
If I would have
okay.
practiced that when I first found out your birthday, I wouldn't have had a problem remembering your birthday.
Over 400 spoken for, and hundreds of you in the ordering process. We couldn't be more thrilled, absolutely thrilled to see the response.
Would you look how many people are going crazy over these?
How can you not?
Okay, that's something we won't forget that we said.
No,
How can you not?
Can you imagine these? And I really mean this. When we showcase something like this in this price point right before the holiday season, it's like gangbuster. You just can't. We can't keep them in stock. A lot of you are ordering for just that reason, putting these aside. I have a birthday coming up, my niece's birthday, I have a graduation coming up. I would love to give my granddaughter, I love to give her a piece of jewelry every Easter, and I, put them in a little plastic egg. Can you imagine a beautiful pair of sterling Standpoint 925, the classic oval shape in a perfect hoop earring that's lightweight, that you don't have to worry about any backings, a more expensive, what we call joint and catch closure, which is all in one. And we go to the top factories around the world that work in platinum, in gold, and in this case here in our sterling silver. So they're creating this exact type of look in an oval coupe in gold. They're masters, and that's why you're seeing the findings and everything else the same as your premium
You have
work.
no idea how much work goes into something as simple as a pair of hoops.
Yeah.
It's like they have to take molten silver, they have to blend it with just the right amount of what's called shot. The shot are the pellets of copper that's the right proportion and weight to create 925 silver. Then they have to not only heat it into molten silver, they have to create it and create sheets of it, and they create tubes from the sheets. So it's annealed. It's like, I wish I had video. I'm going to get video to show you.
You know what? That's a great, you should.
I want you to know how complicated it is. And then the hoop has to be finished. There's no seam on it. It has to be soldered to the hinged closure. It's a lot of work. And you know what? You're getting this home for less than a couple cups of coffee at that green coffee shop.
Well, you're right. And less than what you would normally pay, just even in, a little accessory store for costume or for, just basic mystery metal, if you will. So those of us too who have sensitivities to wearing anything but precious metal for piercing, this is sterling silver is the way to go, along with gold. So perfect opportunity. 658081 is the item number. Okay, Bill, we also have our classic basics that we absolutely love, can never keep in stock, whether we're offering